Hey friends, welcome to Mimi's Mixed Bag. I want to say hello to all my loyal subscribers, and if you're new here, welcome. I'm primarily a crafty decor channel, and I normally am not on camera for most of my projects. So I wanted to come on and introduce my channel so you could put a face with my voice. But I am delighted to be participating today in the What Inspires You collab. It is hosted by Michelle from Michelle's Cozy Home, and we were to take some kind of inspirational words or quote and incorporate it into a project. We had lots of freedom, so you may see all kinds of things today. Well, I found some words that I absolutely loved, and it's seasonal appropriate. Autumn has a beautiful way of showing us how to let things go. You know, we all have had issues in our life that we have no control over, and we just have to let it go. Those are some great words to live by. So today I'm going to use those words and create a fall banner. I normally do my project on the kitchen counter, so we're going to go in there and let me show you the supplies you'll need. I'm just going to give you a quick overview of the supplies, and I will go into more detail as I get to each step. The top of my banner is going to have a wood strip at the top. You're going to need some laminated burlap, easily found at Walmart, some jute twine, some kind of piercing tool that's sharp, a cloth napkin, some fall leaves, and some hemming tape or hot glue, whichever you prefer, and some newspaper to create a pattern. So I'm going to clear all this out and start with my cloth napkin. I went ahead and took a hot iron and pressed out the creases of my napkin. Now I love the weight of the napkin. It's just thick enough to where it will hang, and it's got a little bit of weight to it than just thin cotton fabric. Now I took just a piece of newspaper and just played around with some different shapes, cut myself a paper pattern. My napkin is an 18-inch square, so my banner is going to be 15 inches wide and almost 18 inches long. I'm going to just pin this newspaper in place, and then I'm going to cut myself a good 1/2 inch edge outside of the pattern, because that's what I'm going to fold back and either hot glue or use hem tape to create a nice neat edge. I'm going to flip it over here because I'm working from the back side, because this is the front of my fabric. With this being a napkin, my top was already hemmed, but if you're using just regular fabric, it's not going to matter because that's going to be covered up with your wood strip here shortly. I'm going to use this hem tape. Now right here is a little tricky spot where the point is. I'm going to make one little slit right here where my point is so that I can get a nice crisp point to my banner. Okay, I'm sorry for the lighting up here, but I just wanted to show some of you that maybe are not familiar with the hem tape. It rips off real easy. Put it where you want it, and then just fold your fabric over and run an iron all the way down, and it just glues the edge in place. Just want to show you how nice and flat the hem is. Love the use of that instead of a hot glue gun. However, I am going to use my hot glue gun when I attach my wood trim at the top. Now you'll notice that my piece of trim is exactly the width of my fabric, so it's 15 inches and 15 inches. Now a good way to get your trim is Walmart hardware department has the 5-gallon paint stirrers. For 88 cents you can get 3 sticks, and you're going to need to drill 2 holes in it to attach your hangers. I'm going to hot glue my strip on there, and I just painted my stick to coordinate with my fabric. All right, I have my hanger attached now, and you know there's more than one way to attach your hanger. It's just whatever look you're wanting, but I just tied 2 knots and like that look. All right, now I'm ready to start embellishing. Now one of the biggest challenges in doing project with words and lettering is getting the words and letters transferred. Well, I found a product several years ago that I just love, and you find it at Walmart craft department. It's Creative Essentials, and it is laminated burlap. It's kind of plastic on the back and just regular burlap on the front, and you treat it just like copy paper. I went on my computer and just played around with fonts and spacing and created what I wanted, and this is my saying: autumn shows us how beautiful it is to let things go. So I'm going to take my burlap, stick it in my printer, and it's going to print this exactly. I went ahead and just traced a circle I had, so that's the size burlap circle I need. All right, just like that, in 5 minutes, I got beautiful words on my project. Now I'm going to just take a little bit of hot glue around the edges and hot glue my burlap in the center of my banner. After that, I'm going to hot glue fall leaves all around my circle, trying to disguise the edge of the circle as much as possible without covering up the words. All right, the last embellishment I'm going to put on my banner is a little jute twine tassel hanging at the bottom point. All right, I've got some pretty thick jute twine here, so it's going to kind of be a thick tassel, but it'll work fine. Friends, we're here at my front door and I have my What Inspires You banner. I'm gonna move it a little closer so you can see. Just really happy with the way it turned out. Autumn shows us how beautiful it is to let things go. Here is the little tassel that I just tied on, poked a little hole and tied it on there like that, and just love all the fall colors. So simple and inexpensive. So I hope you enjoyed this project. Be sure and check out the other participants in this wonderful collab, and I'll be back next week. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.